Hey now, chemistry team. This is Mr. Aquawa, and you're probably wondering why you're in Mr. Aquawa's kitchen. The reason why you're in my kitchen, the reason why I'm so excited, is I get to be a part of their project. I get to do the project that you're doing, and I know that you're working on talking about your own identities and your own cultures through food, right, and through the recipes that you have, and also being able to do some chemistry with that and working through conversions and things of that nature. Well, guess what? Like I said, I'm really excited to be a part of that. For those of you who don't know, I am originally from Accra, Ghana, which is on the west coast of Africa, and I love Ghanaian food. And I got very lucky as a young man being taught by my mom how to make most of these dishes. And so that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. It is called Ghanaian light soup. And so in Ghana, sometimes we have a heavier type of soup that may be closer to a stew or something like that. And in this light soup, you don't do too much at all. And the meat I'm going to use today is chicken, and I'm going to explain all of my different ingredients and everything in a second. So just wanted to kind of give you a tour of what we're going to be using as far as our ingredients. And so I have 4 whole tomatoes, and I have 2 habanero peppers, and I have 1 clove of garlic, a finger of ginger, and then we're going to be using about 3/4 of a onion, right? And those don't have necessary measurements right now, but when I create a puree, when I create my sauce with this, we'll be able to measure that in cups or milliliters, right? The recipe is also calling for me to use chicken. So here's my chicken. I'm gonna have 8 ounces or half a pound of chicken, 8 ounces of chicken into my to make my stock for the soup. In addition to that, it's calling for 300 milliliters of water. So I have that set here. And I need to put in 6 ounces of tomato paste, right? And so those are the things I have going right now, right? And everybody, right back at you. So what I have going on now is I put my meat into a particular pot because I want to saute that meat, and then I'm also going to go ahead and bring my vegetables to a boil because when I get that boiling up, I'm actually going to puree them and make a little bit of a sauce, right? And so just as another measurement thing, like we talked about, we're going to go with 300 milliliters of water right into our meat here. And so that's the goal there, is just getting that kind of cooking out. And we need to get some flavor in there because we just don't want random ass meat, right? Obviously. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get what's the measurement on this bad boy? We're going to get half a tablespoon of salt, right? So I'm going to get half a tablespoon of salt into this right now. And I'm going to just kind of shake that out instead of measuring all the way out. I know how much it is naturally. So I got half a tablespoon of salt. I also want to get a little bit more spice. I know my habaneros are going to need me some spice, but I'm like, man, what else can I get in here? And I'm going to go cayenne pepper. And I'm going to go a full tablespoon of cayenne pepper. Alrighty, team. So I went ahead and made my puree like I said I would. And this is my vegetable. So all of that veggies that we had, the tomatoes, the onions, the ginger, the garlic, all those pieces there, we've actually pureed in. So now we could see how much volume it actually takes up. So let's pour it into our cup here. Let me get that set. And let's see how much we have. We are at 350 milliliters. So I'm going to actually use my strainer. So I have 350 milliliters of puree. I'm going to strain that into right here. Boom, boom, boom. Get that all in there. I don't want too much of the thickness in there, but I also want to capture as much as possible. So I'm actually going to add a little water, and I'm going to measure that water out. Oof, that was crazy. Let's measure this water out. And what we're going to have with our water here is about half a cup. It's half a cup, and half a cup means a little bit under 200 milliliters. We're going to add 200 milliliters to it. So far, we started with 300 in there. Then we added another 300 or so with the puree, and then we also added 200 milliliters of water just now. So we're pretty much set there. Now, if you're looking inside of this, it's, just like a orangey red mess right now, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to let all this stuff cook out for about 15 to 20 minutes. let it start boiling. As you can see, boil and cook out, and then we'll have our soup to end. Hey now team, looks like we're pretty much done. You can see everything's nice and boiling up, and we got all of our ingredients into the soup. And so, hey now everybody, you're looking at the final result of my soup, and I actually ended up putting a little goat meat in there too. But what we're gonna eat it with, what you just saw, that looks a little bit like a tamale, is something in Ghana we call kenke. It's a cornmeal, and it's really, really tasty. And so I'm really happy that you guys are able to come on this journey with me. Talk to you soon.
Hello, Kip King. I needed to record this urgent message to be able to inform you that Mr. Akwaaba makes the world's greatest soup. This is all that's left. Empty bowls. There's empty bowls all over my house because I literally cannot stop eating this soup. The habanero, the ginger, the smoked turkey. It's literally insane. Literally insane. It's the greatest soup of all time. If you do not make it, you are insane. You must try it. Mr. Akwaaba, if you're out there and you're listening, please know that I will love you forever. Thank you for bringing this soup into my life.